Good morning, everyone. I wanted to take a second to introduce you to the after class report. And this is really the most important thing that you and I are going to be doing this year to stay connected. I mean, we'll have our office hours and we'll have a discussion board, and I'll be producing videos and you'll be sharing stuff with me. But this is really how I get to stay connected with what you're doing in class. And it's really an incredible tool, and it's a tool I don't think I used when I was in high school. It's just something that I've discovered since then that is a incredibly powerful tool for telling your brain what was important and what you need to focus on after class. So after every class, I know you're going to be on, the computer for a long time, but at the end of the class, I want you to do a class summary where you identify what was covered, what you learned, what was stuff that you're still confused about, any new assignments or anything like that that has come up. And so basically, you'll come here, and this will be from your report section of your class page, and you'll say, day one, and you say, teacher talked about syllabus. All right, I'm just going to kill this spelling. Syllabus, and teacher talked about scope of history. All right, I'm not even going to do it. It's going to be free for all on spelling. Okay. And let's see, we talked about the Greeks, and we talked about Plato, and we talked about Alexander Hamilton, whatever. So basically, this turns into a cheat sheet about what you taught, what you were exposed to. And then afterwards, this lets me know what you guys covered in class, right? And then if there are any breakthroughs, let's say there was something that you didn't understand that now you do understand. Now you get the separation of powers. You understand how Montesquieu said the separation of powers was so important because of the fear of concentration of power, blah, 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 right? Whatever. And then if after you've done this lesson, you're like, I still can't figure out the difference between the Sang and the Tang dynasty differences, you're still confused about that. And then the last piece would be, did he assign anything or did she assign anything? You say, we got the new diorama project, and he said that the test has been pushed back to whatever. So this is, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, but what you've done is you've created at the end of it a record of your assignment that you can go back in and review. And I can go back in and review, and you can even make it available to other students in the class, or they can make theirs available to you. So this is just a really powerful tool, and we want to start this on, at the end of your first class. And this is probably the only thing, guys, that I'm going to hammer you on, okay? If you don't want to participate in student newspaper, if you don't want to do history battle, if you don't want to do simulations, if you don't want to do the wax museum, if you don't want to do any of that stuff, that's on you. Okay. If you don't want to use these master strategies, master student strategies, or memory strategies, that's on you. But I need to know what you're doing in class. Okay. Because my job is to help you be successful, but really to be successful in a leveraged way. So that's just something very important. So I'm gonna yell at you, frankly, if you don't submit this report. It'll take 5 minutes. You'll be able to go back to all of your classes at the end of when you're starting to study for a test or everything. I'm even going to link it to the Termnasium so that you can, be able to see which of these terms you mentioned in any of your particular class reports. So this is really the cornerstone activity of our moderated study groups. Cool? So you'll want to do this every day after your class, rather. Thanks.